Harvard Business School is famous for teaching all of its classes through case studies. Even classes like accounting and finance, which you would think should be taught through lectures and problem sets, are actually taught through stories of real life businesses dealing with real life accounting and finance problems. Now, you would think that this makes the learning very inefficient, but learning through case studies was one of my favorite aspects of studying at HBS because learning is easy, but application is hard. And case studies help you learn how to apply simple frameworks to the messy reality of life. For example, learning the basics of accounting, pretty easy. Revenue minus cost equals profit. Here's the income statement, here's the balance sheet, here's the cash flow statement. Done. But let's apply that to a real world situation, like the Kansas City Zephyrs Baseball Club case, a real case from my first year accounting class, and it's a case that's still in use at HBS today. In that case, the owners of Major League Baseball teams are in negotiation with the players' union, and the two sides can't even agree on whether the baseball teams are making money or losing money. The union's analysis shows that the teams are making plenty of money, and they demand that the players get a bigger share of the pie. The owner's analysis shows that the teams are losing money and that there's simply nothing more that they can give. How can two analyses of the exact same assets come to such wildly different conclusions? And who the heck is right? Simple framework meet messy reality. And this is where the real learning begins. And this is exactly what you'll find in my course and coaching program as well. Because when you join my program, which is launching shortly, you get three things. You get a course, you get coaching, and you get case studies. The course is exactly what it sounds like. It's a series of lessons that lay out the core frameworks and tools that we'll be using throughout the program. Coaching is your opportunity to get my help applying those tools to your real life. You can come talk to me during coaching office hours, which are 30-minute one-on-one calls that you can schedule with me, or you can submit a write-in coaching request that I'll respond to asynchronously. Case studies are recordings of all the coaching office hours and all my responses to the write-in coaching requests. This is where you can listen in to other people getting coached and where your coaching becomes a case study for everyone else. And this is where the simple frameworks of coaching meet the messy reality of life. Because learning the basics of coaching, it's pretty easy. They're actually represented all in this framework that's floating right here next to me. Circumstances are neutral. They don't mean anything until your brain comes along and gives them a meaning. Your brain has constant automatic thoughts about your circumstances. You can't turn this off. Your thoughts create your feelings drive your actions create your results. And if you want different feelings, actions, or results in your life, you need to go upstream and change your thoughts. And in the program, I give you 8 concrete techniques for changing your thoughts and 3 concrete ways of making those changes stick. That's it, done. But let's apply that to a real world situation. Let's say you're trying to decide whether to leave your job or stay in it. Your brain has strong arguments on both sides. You flip-flop back and forth day to day, and you can't seem to find an answer. If you left, would that mean that you can't hack it and you gave up on your ambitions? Or would it mean that you were brave enough to step off the prescribed path and chart your own course? How can the same 2 choices look totally different to you day to day? And which perspective is right? Simple framework meet messy reality. And this is where the real learning begins. In my program, you'll learn the basic frameworks within a week, absolute maximum. You can easily knock them all out in a day if you want to. And then you'll spend the whole rest of the time in the program working on application, on figuring out how those simple principles apply to the messy reality of life. You'll learn by getting personalized coaching on your own life and by listening to the stories and situations of others. And by the way, it's often easier to take in the learning when you're listening to someone else's story because you're not emotionally entangled in the situation and you can see it much more objectively. Just like how it's often easier to learn from someone else's business problems in an HBS case study than it is to fix your own struggling business. But lucky you, you get both the personalized coaching and the wealth of case studies. So join the waitlist for my program today so you can jump in as soon as it opens and get started on your Harvard Business School style education. The link to join the waitlist is above.